Next up at UFC Vegas 37, we have Nikolas Motta versus late replacement Cameron VanCamp. That was supposed to be Jim Miller. Jim Miller's got the Rona. He's out. Cameron VanCamp is in. Nikolas Motta, 12-3 overall, 1 loss in his last 5, and he's a good-sized favorite here. Cameron VanCamp, 15-5-1 overall, riding a 4-fight win streak. We do not have a DraftKings price for him yet because, as I mentioned, he replaced Jim Miller. So what we do know is DraftKings does not adjust prices. Jim Miller was the favorite as far as DraftKings was concerned. So Nikolas Motta is going to retain his $7,900 price point. And if you think he is the 3-1 favorite that he, the odds makers think he is, then $7,900 is a freaking bargain in DraftKings. With that being said, Nikolas Motta, he is a good striker. He is explosive. He's very athletic. He moves well with his speed. He has a nice diverse skill set. With his striking, he uses everything. He has solid takedown defense, which was very important with his original opponent, right? He's fighting Jim Miller. Takedown defense mattered quite a bit. But he doesn't have much to offer if that defense fails him and he ends up on the ground. There's not much there for him. Cameron VanCamp, this is a short notice replacement, as I mentioned. It's not super short. I think it's like 10 days, 12 days. So it's not crazy short, but it's short enough. And I believe he has stepped up a few times, or at least been ready to step up a few times and not been needed. So he should be in shape. He's basically a wild brawler who's proven himself to be a capable grappler. His wild striking is a much different look for Nikolas than what Jim Miller was going to be. Jim Miller was not the most technical striker in the world, but he at least would be orthodox, where Cameron's comes out wild, just wild striking. And that could be an issue. He does have sneaky good submissions, but we would assume Nikolas is prepared for that because he was preparing for Jim Miller. I think it will keep him exposed. I think that the wild striking will expose Cameron, meaning like not expose him to he's a 3-1 underdog, not expose him to the world like, oh, he's not that good. Expose him, like literally expose him when he's coming wild. There's a lot to hit and he can get touched up. With Nikolas Motta's explosiveness and his diversity in striking, right? All of a sudden the body's exposed, bang, leg, head's exposed, big overhand right. So I think the wild striking from Cameron will keep him at risk. Nikolas Motta's explosive, has some solid power, mixes in the strikes well. I think Nikolas Motta will find his openings and touch him. If you remember when we broke down the tough finale, I forget which fight it was, but Jacob was like, this is just neither guy is very good, and this is going to be a very sloppy fight. That's kind of what we have here. Nikolas Motta is decent, right? He's 12-3. He's pretty good. Both these guys are okay. But I think this is going to be a pretty sloppy striking fight. I think they're just going to sling, go at it, swing wild. I think Nikolas Motta will end up on top. He's had the full camp. I think he's the more technical striker. I know he's the more technical striker, and I think he'll exploit some of the big, wild, looping shots that Cameron throws. Cameron has those sneaky submissions, but I don't know if it'll matter here. So I'm siding with Motta because he had the full camp, but I'm not touching anything here. The odds makers, they're super confident. I think this line has moved to over -300. I think he's like -305, -310, something like that. So they know something that maybe I don't. I think this is closer to a pick'em, but I am taking Motta because of the wildness of VanCamp. I'm not touching anything. There is no monkey knife fight line yet. I imagine whatever it is, more is probably a solid play because I think they're just going to go wild. Neither one's probably going to initiate takedowns. If Cameron does, Nikolas Motta's takedown defense is good enough that it won't be a problem. Nikolas Motta at $7,900, probably not a bad play, especially if you agree with the odds makers. They have him at almost actually over a 3-1 favorite. I'm looking at the live odds, my tablet here. So Motta's my pick. I'm not touching bets. I might play the more monkey knife fight when we see whatever the hell that line is. And DraftKings, I don't know. We might see two fighters at $7,000 something. I don't think Cameron's going to come in here. I don't know how they can give a 2-1 underdog a at such a high price tag. So he'll probably be very cheap as well. So grab whoever you think is going to win. I have Motta. Weird fight. Should be fun, honestly. So we'll check it out.